So again, if you will send me a response to this trapezoid, if I just go base times height, 25 times 5, that's 125 square inches. Why is that not okay? With what we got there. And if you're not sure, just take a guess. Okay, somebody said because the top is shorter than the bottom. That's right. Because you'd be confused on which part is the base and which part is the height. Also correct. The top line is not the same as the bottom, and that is also right. Here's another one. It would work because the top, it wouldn't work because the top and the bottom are not the same. Right? Here's one said, well, the top's 15, but the bottom is 25. So would you all agree that if I went 15 times 5, I would be literally saying this right here is the actual rectangle, right? So see if this is correct. That would be saying that this is the rectangle. That's not straight. Pretend like that's a rectangle. What's wrong with that? Well, that's not true because those parts that are not in the trapezoid, they're in the blue, quote, rectangle, are not part of it, correct? So that's too much area. So the area is less than that, right? All right. Now, will you, let me clear just.
Wait, is the game kit over?
Yes.
Oh, mine is still going.
Yeah, I can't fix it because I'm on my phone's Wi-Fi, and I don't want to take a chance on locking us out of this because I'm gonna clear out my drawings. All right. So next question: does anybody see anything particularly important about this part? That part. Does anybody see anything particularly important about that? And if you would just actually say it out loud on the Zoom, unmute yourself and say, what do you notice that's important about what I just drew the arrow to?
It isn't a right angle.
That it is or is not?
It's not. It's obtuse.
Okay, that angle is, but if I'm pointing to the actual dotted line.
Oh.
Sorry. I'm actually pointing to the entire dotted line.
Okay.
So yes, Graham, you're right. That's an obtuse angle. What about the whole dotted line, Fred?
It's cutting off the slanted sides, so they can both be even 15s.
Okay, so it's cutting off this, and if I were to flip this and slide it down here, I could put it on there. Does anybody see a problem? Wait, does anybody see a problem with that?
Mr. P, you're breaking up.
I know, I see that.
The other
Anybody
side.
Would it fit on the other side though?
Yes.
It would?
You have to cut off the other side too. But
okay. Well, let me ask. Okay.
No.
If I cut it off, turn it upside down, slide it down. Will it fit in there and make a rectangle?
Yes.
Yeah.
No. No.
Oh.
No.
Oh, because the sides aren't equal.
Yeah.
That's what it looks
Okay.
like.
that's what
So
I said.
guys-
You would have to cut off the other one.
Okay. So look here. This angle, I mean, this slant here is not the same as this. Can you tell that?
Yes.
In other words, so let me draw something on here. Okay. So this is not congruent to the other one. Do you see that? So those two lines are not the same. So that would not make a rectangle. Okay. Does everybody follow that?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Now, true, if the left side and the right side were the same, it would make a rectangle and you'd be all good. But in this one, it doesn't. Okay. So now I'm gonna clear off that. And by the way, I'm recording this if you need to look back at it later on YouTube. Just this little
Okay.
screenshot part. Okay, so now you all said that I cannot do 25 times 5, correct? Because that's too big for the area. All right, everybody agree with that? Okay, I'm a little better at this today than yesterday. Okay, now next question. What if I cut it this way? What if I cut my trapezoid like that? Exactly in half.
It's the exact same thing. It just has 2.5 as the height or the length of it.
Okay.
It's the one side is still going to be taller. It's just you cut down the length.
Okay, so Fred is correct. If I cut it that way, its height is now 2.5. Does everybody agree? It's now got a 2.5 height. You're exactly right. Okay, I love seeing you all taking notes and trying to learn this. Okay, that's exactly right. So now, what if I take the top? Do you also agree that I've made two little skinny mini trapezoids now?
Yes.
Okay, what if I took the top one and flipped it upside down? Could I scoot it now up against the other one and have a parallelogram? Okay, somebody's writing on the screen.
Oh, that shows how people sing.
Yeah, it's writing on my screen. Okay, let me ask the question again. If I were to take where I cut it in half lengthwise, the top little skinny trapezoid, could I flip it upside down and take it and go and scoot it against the bottom of the other one and make a parallelogram, a Tennessee? Okay, the answer is yes, I could. The answer is I could. Okay, so if you'll look at that for just a second, let me arrow what I'm talking about. All right, if I were to take this trapezoid, flip it, and then put it upside down right here, would it work?
Oh, yes. I see.
Okay, so it would make, so what it would do is it would make a parallelogram, right? And then I could actually cut the parallelogram and make it into a rectangle, right? Okay, so what's the area of a parallelogram? It's base times height, right?
Yes.
Agree? All right. So now, would the correct answer to this be 40 times 2.5? Would the answer to it be 40 times 2.5?
Yeah.
Because wouldn't it now have a base of 40? Because I would take this top 15 and it would be added on right here, correct? Everybody agree? This would be 15 more. So it'd be a total of 40. And it would only be 2.5 high, correct? Is that, everybody good with that?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. Now, will you look over here on the side, what I have? Do y'all see this little formula? Okay, so look what it says. It says to take base number 1, right? Okay, this is base number 1, okay? Everybody see base number 1? What is the amount of base number 1? It's 25, correct? And then it says take base number 2, and base number 2 is this one that's 15, right? So what's 15 plus 25? 40, agree? Everybody agree? Okay, what's half of 40?
20.
What's 20 times 5?
100.
Okay, and we had just said it would be 40 times 2.5, which is also 100, right? So what you do to find the area of a trapezoid is you take the top and the bottom. In other words, those are two bases. So notice this. This right? This is parallel. Let me clear this all out. Okay, let me go again. Okay, this base and this base are parallel, correct? So when you find a trapezoid, find the set of parallel lines. Take those two numbers, add them together, half it, and then multiply it by the height, and you'd have the area of the trapezoid. Because literally what you're doing is you're cutting the trapezoid horizontally and then flipping it and sticking it against the other one, and it makes a parallelogram, and then it's base times height, right? That's why it's got the half. Does that make sense? Okay, questions about that? That's why there's the half part in it here and adding the two bases together right here times the height. Okay, draw tool. And then here's my height. All right, so will you text me what is the area of this trapezoid?
So to get the area of it, you would add the two, the top and the bottom one.
Bases, yep.
Yeah, two bases. Then you would multiply it. No, then you would, wait, what would you do after that?
So you add the two bases together, half it, half that number, and multiply the height.
Okay.
So I think you heard me tell you two ways you can do it, right? You could do the two bases times half the height, or you can half that number and then multiply by the whole height. Same difference, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let me see who's answering me. Okay, whoever is the 423 number, you're right. Kimani, correct?
That's me.
Who is that? Okay.
Is what?
Okay. Kimani, correct? Square inches, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, somebody's marking on the screen. Permita, yes. Now, I'm going to ask you, if when we finish you don't totally understand, please text me individually, and then I can FaceTime you to explain it individually if you need me to. Yes, Kylie. Yes, Fred. Yes, Jalen. Okay, does that help you understand why the formula is 1/2 parentheses base 1 plus base 2 close parentheses times the height, right? So in other words, take your top and your bottom, add them, half them, multiply it by the height, and you got the area of a trapezoid, right? Okay, so I'm gonna, give me just a second. I'm gonna pull up a trapezoid and ask you to
everybody.
say what?
Everyone's look at the answer. They can see your texts. Therefore, theoretically, they can copy other people's answers.
So they can say whose text.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
yeah,
text
okay.
right there.
Yeah, okay. Mouse. Gotcha. That's on. Okay. So I'm going to click here. So give me just a second. And I want to show you this. Okay, look at this. This is pretty cool. It's going to be slow. Okay, somebody erase your little stuff there. I can do it. Clear viewers' drawings. Clear my drawings. Okay, those were mine? Oh, okay. All right, so do you see my graphic? Everybody see my graphic?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm going to give you some information. Tell me if you need it or not, okay? So I'm going to tell you that, let me type this. Let me type this right here, okay? A equals 5. B equals 4, no, 3, no, 6, no, 7, okay? C equals 7, no, 6. D, I'm trying to make them realistic, equals 5.5. Okay, so with that information for this trapezoid that's on the screen, y'all can see my trapezoid, right?
Yes.
For this trapezoid, okay? So which of those do I need and which do I not need? Do I need A? Do I need that number?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Do I need B? B?
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay. Do I need
Yes.
C? Do I need C?
Mhm.
Mm-mm.
You can
No.
either use C or D.
Okay. Do I need D or C? Actually, no, because they're slant, Fred, right? Remember, Fred? Slant lines don't give me the height. I have to have the perpendicular, right? So I need something else, correct?
But aren't we gonna need to like wait, you need that little H, that faded
Yeah.
little H
I
right
need
there.
this. Gotta have this, correct?
Mhm.
Everybody agree I gotta have this? Okay.
Yeah.
So the height is gonna be 5. Okay. So will you now watch what I'm gonna do over here? Okay. You can, this is actually online. So what's the base? What's my base? Let me give my mouse.
Your base
Okay,
is
what's my
7.
base?
7.
Okay,
7 and 5.
Okay, 7. What's my other base?
5.
5.
5. What's my height? What's my
5.
height? 5. The area is 30. Right? Y'all see it calculated for me?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so here, so can you tell me, okay, do this. Will you tell me, you can either text the writing or you can video it and text me the video of how that 30 got there. How did that 30 get to be a 30? So on your text, either type it or video it and send it to me. Or can you video with the Zoom on? So tell me, how did we get that 30? Or you can write it on paper and take a picture. Okay, Kimani, think through that a little more.
What'd you say?
Think through what you said a little more.
Okay.
Okay, Angelo, let's see here. Angelo, perfect. Exactly right, Angelo. Perfect, Michaela, exactly right. Permita, Permita, yours is all wrong.
That's tough.
Permita. She knows I'm lying. Perfect, Permita. Jayla, perfect. Fred, yep. Kylie, of course. So yeah, Fallon, you got it? Who was the person with the 423 number? Say your name.
That's me, Mr. B. Graham.
Graham, okay. That's right, I thought it was you. Okay, so here's what happened, all right? The first base, which is the top one, right? Okay, I'm gonna clear the drawings. Okay, so here's what happened, all right? The first base is this, correct? The second base is this. Put those together, that's equal to 12, right? Half 12, what's half of 12? 6?
6.
Times, and then 6 times 5 is 30.
30.
That's all you do. That's all you do. So in reality, what you're actually doing is this. The formula works because you're literally cutting this in half and you're flipping it into a parallelogram. Now, you're right. Those two sides aren't the same, but you can manipulate it where it would work. That's why the formula works, because you're actually making two little trapezoids that you can turn one of them and make it into a parallelogram, right? So here's the trapezoid with the short part and the other one with the short part down, and you put them together and it makes a Tennessee, right? That's why it works on there. All right. Here is, let me pop this off. Okay, let's do one more. Okay, so I'm gonna, oh, let me ask you this. How does that formula look different than the one we showed before? Okay, so let me do this. Give me just a second. Let me find that picture. Where did it go? Hold up. Give me just a second. Of course, it's hiding under something. Hold up. Screenshot. Where'd you go? Here you are. Okay. How are these two formulas different, or are they different, or are they the same?
It's the same thing, just written differently.
Yeah.
Okay. You say they're the same. They don't look the same to me.
So, they just wrote the divide, they wrote that differently.
So let me use my drawing tool. All right. The
And then they wrote it
arrows
as
I
a
like.
coefficient.
Okay. Do you all agree this is times the height right here? Correct? Everybody agree? All right. Do you see
Yes.
A plus B right here?
Yes.
Okay, let me circle that. Y'all agree that's A plus B? And here it is over here. Agree? You see that? And do we all also agree that times 1/2 is the same as, oh, come on, internet,
Oh,
divide by 2? It's saying that because I'm on my phone. I'm trying to rig this here. Okay,
Yeah.
do you see that? You got your A base and your B base. That's B1, B2, same thing. Half of it, or divided by 2 times your height, correct? So they're both saying the same thing. All right, so now let me go back to the, this. Nope. Where'd it go? Or did I lose it? Okay, give me a second. I've got too many screens. Here it is. This, mouse. This, okay. Let me clear all this out. Okay, so now, let's say our trapezoid has a top base of 17, and it has a bottom base of 11. Hello? Hello? Okay, y'all see that? So here's a new trapezoid. It has a 17 for one of its bases and an 11 for the other one, right? And it's 10 tall. What's it gonna be if it's 10 tall? Okay, we're almost out of time. So what will the area of it be if it's got a base of 11 and another base of 17 and it's 10 inches tall height? What will it be?
do we send it to you?
Yes, send it to
Do
me.
we send it to you, or we just say it out loud?
Send it to me. Kylie, yes, correct. And
Can you repeat
Yeah.
the question?
I can. So the base at the top is 11, the base at the bottom is 17, and it's 10 height. What would its area be? It's on the screen. I'm typing it on the screen right here. And it's 10 high. I can't type it in here because it'll put the answer. Let's see here. Michaela. Angelo, thank you. Permita, yes. Graham, Jayla, yep. Josie, Kimani, that's right. Yeah, whatever the unit is. Graham, when you don't what the unit is, you just say squared units.
All right, cool. So I said it right.
Yep, you did. All right, so you all said it's 140. So let's put it in here and see. There it is. Yes. Got it? So here's why. You take 17 plus 11, which equals 28, right? Half 28, that's 14. What's 14 times 10? 140. Okay, questions or comments? Or questions about your other things? So here's something I want you to do. Who's ever played 2 truths and a lie? Okay, so what you do is come up with 2 things about you that are true and 1 thing about you that people might think's true, but it's not. And have those ready, because tomorrow we're gonna do GimKit, and then we're gonna also do a GimKit collab where I'm gonna ask you to put those in, and then I'm gonna save them. And then we're gonna play a game with them in the next day or 2. So we're gonna play truth. So it's two truths and a lie. And then the other thing is, did you notice on Google Classroom this morning I said to be getting a bag of Oreos? Did y'all see that? Okay, so by next Monday, if you can get a bag of Oreos, we're going to do a statistics problem with stacking Oreos. Now, you have to promise not to stack ahead of time. You can't be practicing, okay?
Mr. B.
Yeah. Yes, Fred.
Is the truth something specific, or is it just?
So, like, here's mine. Mr. P has no toenail on his left toe. Mr. P once in 8th grade, a magician pulled a bra out of his hoodie. Mr. P jumped a wheelie on a motorcycle. Which one's the lie?
You did not do a wheelie on your
That's
motorcycle.
correct. I do have a motorcycle, but I have not jumped a wheelie on it. But the others were true. Yeah. So 3 things about
you're
you.
missing a nail on your left toe.
Yeah, I have no toenails. You want to see?
No.
No, please no.
That's disgusting.
No,
No,
God,
thank you.
They had to be surgically.
Show me.
Huh?
Lincoln,
Please
quiet.
Here it comes.
Go to
Here
sleep.
it comes.
Lincoln, go to sleep. Lincoln,
Here
go
it
to sleep.
comes.
That's
Here it is.
No, no, God, please, no.
And they're all black.
What a naked toe.
Can you see? No toenail. No toenail.
Oh my God.
So I worked at the donut den and I dropped the brownie, the big vat on it, and crushed it. That's why.
I've seen too much.
Yes, you have. Oh,
I've
my
seen things I
eyes,
shouldn't
my
have- I should-
eyes.
Raise your hand if you looked away.
I did.
Who looked
I've
away?
seen things I
Me, I
shouldn't have
walked
in
over
my
there.
lifetime.
Who was brave enough to look?
Me.
Me.
No, it
No, I
was
didn't.
compelling, okay?
Hey, y'all know I miss us having class. I know you don't miss doing the work, but I miss getting to see y'all every day.
I thought it was going to be so fun to stay.
Here.
Oh, I
It
don't
gets-
think it's fun. I want to go to
It gets
school.
boring.
Life isn't worth living anymore.
That's.
So
I
I
mean,
look forward to
I never-
our 30 minutes every day. Okay, so remember,
It's 7.
come up with your 2 truths and a lie. Ask your parents if they can buy you a bag of Oreos because we're going to do a stacking challenge. We're going to do statistics with it. But you can't practice ahead of time. It's for next Monday. You have until next Monday. Now, if your parents
But
can't get them,
I can
that's
stack
fine.
Oreos if I so please.
I'll stack bottle caps if we can't get Oreos.
Can I practice with other things other than Oreos?
Yeah, just don't use the Oreos because that would be cheating.
Would it really be
Okay.
cheating? Is practicing for something cheating?
Okay, yes, because that would make it unfair because you already figured out some tricks. We want it to be
But if you
just
say everyone
first
can do it,
time.
then it wouldn't be unfair. When I
What?
say everyone can do it, it wouldn't be
But what
unfair.
if you've already done it before, like before this?
But I doubt you have.
It's only unfair if you say that no one
Okay.
can do it.
Also, we're going to also play Super Psychic.
What's that?
Like Thursday. So I'll show
Thank
you
you.
what it's going to be. We're about to get cut off, but let me show you. Here's what we're going to do. Okay. So follow me. All right. So
Follow you.
Thursday,
Sit down.
so Thursday, I'm going to send you a picture of the patio right here. Okay. So I'm going to send you a picture.
Giant TV in
Send
the
you a
background.
picture of. I'm going to send you a picture of the patio, and then I'm going to have you text me a mystery object, and then I'm going to have Dr. Parsons come out here, and then I'm going to ask her questions, and she's going to be able to guess what you said the mystery object was that she has not seen because you sent it to me on the phone. So we're going to play super psychic.
Is that like that thing we did with Mr. Johnson in the beginning of last year?
Yeah. Yes. Except we're going to play quarantine edition.
What's out my?
Inside of
Okay.
7th grade, we're going to have a reunion because we didn't really get to finish 7th grade off. I finished 6th grade.
So Fred,
Is that what birthday? Are
probably
you gonna
not. So that's why I'm making sure that I'm giving you stuff to do so that you're not behind. Because my goal is that you'll get the basics of all the stuff you got to know.
No, I'm gonna be happy.
Because all of this area stuff, this is 6th grade stuff that we would normally be doing in the 4th quarter. That's why I'm going over it.
I know you're
So
gonna be
that you
happy.
will know it when you start 7th grade.
I want swords. I want Pokemon
Okay.
Shield.
Okay.
All right. Anybody else got a
You
question?
join people Pokemon
Yeah,
Shield.
but we would need another.
Anybody got a question?
No.
If you do, please ask.
I'll just make up the money to get a Nintendo
Okay.
Switch.
So it's about to drop us off.
Nintendo Switch. Betty wants
Hello,
I
Angela,
do not.
Courtney,
Hi,
Fallon.
guys.
Anybody got a
Just
question
put
before I
a
say
Nintendo
bye?
Switch on the list, you know.
All right. It's
What?
closing us off in 30 seconds.
Wait, come on.
Bye.
Did you put a Nintendo Switch on
All right.
the list?
No, Chris,
I'm
Thank you.
serious.
Thank you guys
Why
very
would
much
you
for
do it?
dropping in, okay?
Yeah. See you guys.
All right.
Bye.
See you guys.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
I'm the speaker.
Bye.
Kimani.
In
I'm
me.